After all the hype, it's finally time for football. It's Super Bowl Sunday. And off we go on EA Sports. A good return here up past the 30, but maybe a penalty allowed him to get that far. Let's see. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he's going to be dropped behind the line. Terrific push defensively. They came out of the locker room ready to go. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw. He'll tuck it and take off. 3rd and long. From out of the gun, he'll throw. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big play here in the big game. 37 yards.
So you find yourself on the verge of your drive stalling out. And not only do you pick up the first down, Mike, but you get a huge pass completion in the process. Really nice job keeping this opening drive of the game alive as they're really trying to start this game on a high note.
And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That is left side and caught by Flowers. A gain of 17 to the 17-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. On the give, it's Williams. And he will get into the end zone. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, L.A. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. Led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida, it's Anthony Richardson.
As much as you try to tell yourself, Mike, that this is just another game, the reality is it just isn't. It doesn't matter if it's your first Super Bowl or your 10th. This is the game you've dreamt about playing in from the first time you put on pads all the way back in Pop Warner. You're bound to get emotional in some capacity, but you have to get that out of the way and get ready to do everything in your power to turn those childhood dreams of hosting the Lombardi into a reality. As long as this guy does his part, you're going to have a fighting chance to come out on top.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Here now, 3rd and 5. They'll motion a tight end right. From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. And he'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a first down.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
We'll try and set up the tight end screen. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They send the tight end in motion. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Out of the shotgun, Richardson. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Rams offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
2nd and 7. They'll motion over Henry. It's another run here for Williams. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Julian Love brings him down. Here comes 3rd and 6. Tight end going in motion here. And that is incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down. Punt team headed out for the Rams. Taken at the 19. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Jets offense ready for their 2nd possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
He'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
Still 2nd down.
A run here with Paul, and he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. From the gun, Richardson. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
You have a tight end motioning left here. Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They will run it over center with Hall. Ooh. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Mike, this is a guy that you do not want to have to tackle in space. I mean, the footwork, the agility, the ability to go side to side and then still have the burst and explosiveness to pick up big yards. I mean, this guy is a handful.
This one is complete to DK Metcalf. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Putting the tight end in motion. A 2nd down throw for Richardson. The reception for Rondale Moore. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Now a toss to the left. Here comes Hall. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Holding offense.
Richardson to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Richardson. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, New York.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play. Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Jets offense make their way out to take over once more. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Cameron Curl up from his safety spot to make the tackle. On 2nd down, Richardson. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
On first down, it's Richardson. To the outside, a catch made by Moore.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
So, 1 quarter down here on Super Bowl Sunday. All even on the scoreboard. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Throwing, Richardson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
2nd and a yard. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. Quick throw here is complete. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. They send the tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, New York. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to get back to work. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
This one, downfield, looking for Henry. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A big play here in the big game. 39 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
No motion over Flowers. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Julian Love, the former Notre Dame star, with the good coverage, and he's able to knock that one away. Tight end going in motion here. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Rams are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Jets offense about ready to take over once more. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Quick throw, taken in. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Off the play fake, it's Richardson. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. Richardson going to look to throw. This one complete right side. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down. On the run, here's Hall. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Out of shotgun, Richardson. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Here's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Richardson. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. 2nd reception of this Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. Taking off. And he's in. Anthony Richardson. Touchdown, Jets. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Jets are out to a 21-10 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Rams offense ready to take over once again. They look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a 1st down. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. That's hauled in on the left by McClure. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This one, downfield, looking for Henry.
I think it's one of those cases where he just tried to put a little bit too much on it and fit it into that window, Mike, and sails it high. Give his guy a chance to bring that one down. Put that ball on his chest and help him secure that catch. At this level, when you're that open, that ball has to be complete.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and good for the 1st down.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 3rd and 5. They'll motion over Henry. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Good blocking to the 15. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the
Offside.
6.
Defense. Still 1st down.
So now, from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That one, taken in. Craig Palmer, touchdown Rams. Tight spaces down there, things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They bring a tight end in motion left. Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. And that'll be batted down and incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Richardson. And this throw batted away and incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. Here's their punter now. He'll punt for the second time after hitting a beauty in his first effort. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Kyren Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. From the 25, they'll go to work, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle gets him down behind the line. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Here's the punter now. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Jets offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Throwing is Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Hall. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Richardson. To the outside, a catch made by Moore. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains. Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Rams offense, running back Kyren Williams, ready to go once more. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. So we are at halftime here in the Super Bowl. And for the final time this year, we send it to Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. And what a season this has been, and it is nearing a conclusion. You guys enjoy the show out there. We'll get it back out to you, too, in just a moment.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. We've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Cameron Curl up from his safety spot to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Richardson. Throwing right. It's taken in. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
On play action, Richardson. Now he takes up, carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Rams have it. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
This team's offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. He'll spot Henry open downfield. It's a gain of 16 and very quickly a first down. On play action, no chance at all. He'll go down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did. Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually...
And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line. Micah Parsons, too tough to stop, gets in to bring him down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. So now this team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll motion over Metcalf. Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
There's that man again. Another catch. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Looking to throw. Richardson. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
They send Jackson, the tight end, in motion. On second down, Richardson. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Shotgun snap, and a give to Hall. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Quick throw here is complete. And the Jets are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. From the gun, Richardson. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Here's Richardson. Going to keep this himself. He will do it himself. He's in. Anthony Richardson. Touchdown, New York. That his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. The motion man is Nakua. They'll go again with Williams. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss. Here now, 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Back to throw. That is left side and caught by Flowers.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Rams punting unit coming out. Now the return. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. Richardson to throw it here on first down. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Second down and 3. On the handoff, here comes Hall. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Now a 3rd and 2. Throwing, Richardson. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. They send the tight end in motion. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
A 2nd down throw for Richardson. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. On first down, it's Richardson. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. His throw left side is complete. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. He's out of bounds right around the 5-yard line. To throw, it's Richardson. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, New York. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He's got it. And the Jets will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. He keeps it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Third down, 3 to go. They'll throw out of the gun. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on down. Give up the middle with Hall. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Richardson going to look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. One of the tight ends in motion right. Throwing is Richardson. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. First and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down. They'll look to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Linebackers in general have the reputation of being very instinctive players, and I think we saw it there on that last pass breakup. The ability to diagnose and read the play almost before it even starts. It allows them to be in the right spot at the right time and allows them to make the play.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. They'll look to throw again. Looking into the middle, there's Flowers. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They'll look to throw yet again. First down throw there is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
A couple of 3rd down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete.
Ever so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws.
And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked. And they will turn it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down, a pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Another run here with Hall. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. On first down, they go right back to Hall. And he is putting in the work, dancing inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 8. So, 2 minutes remain on Super Bowl Sunday. We're back to write a finish to the season after this. He'll go again with Hall. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
It's first down, and it's Hall. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They give to Hall. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
And the Jets have done it. They are your Super Bowl champions. Commissioner Goodell gonna make the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy to the New York Jets. On top of the world, they are your Super Bowl champions. So that'll do it for another spectacular season of the NFL on EA Sports. For my partner, Greg Olson, and our entire crew, I'm Mike Tirico. We'll do it again come the fall. Till then, so long from the Super Bowl.